Yo, what is up? We are back, and we are back with a huge surprise. Um, we have OBT2, and if you don't know what that means, that's Open Beta Test 2 for Home Sweet Home Survive. It has been a long time coming. It's been about a year, over a year, well over a year of the game being out, and here we are in the next phase of Home Sweet Home Survive Early Access. Um, so super excited to go through all of those details with you guys. If you're ready for this, let's go. So one of the most notable changes, the first most notable changes of OBT2 is now specters are being called wardens and survivors are being called visitors. And they'll also be doing away with specter mode, probably due to the fact that they took away stamina, but we'll get into that in a second. So for the wardens first, we'll go over what they changed for each warden. So starting with Belle, she has a blood trail. Upon activation, Belle sees a blood trail that leads to visitors within a 20-meter range. That's still the same from before, so that hasn't changed. But what has changed is bloodthirst. Blood seek gauge increases faster, so she'll get her blood seek faster. Um, and she still, of course, teleports and everything like that, but she just has a new main individual skill. So for the prisoner, he still has the chain, where if you release the chain in front of a prisoner, if the visitors hit, they will be pulled in. So if you get hit by the chain, the hook of the chain, you gonna get pulled in. Same. So that's the same skill he's been had, but now he has charge. So charge is charge forward. You deal 30 damage to the visitor if you hit them, and then he has tremor smash. Smashes the ground, stunning visitor. So I feel like he's still that didn't change. He's always had the tremor smash where he would hit you, and if you within a certain radius you get hit. So that's what this prisoner. For Nymph, she has phase shift. So upon activating it, Nymph's attacks become melee and create. So that's the same from before. That's her main one of her original abilities. And creates puddles to alert when visitors step on it. Oh, that's new though. That is definitely new. So it changed from just her melee and her having it for what about 10 seconds or something like that to now you leave puddles for her to track you. And she also has snap. So when she snaps her fingers, she deals 24 damage per aqua ball landed on the visitor. Each aqua ball lasts for 7 seconds and triggers drench. So I believe that slows you down for a few seconds, so she can catch up to you. And she also has Aqua Touch. Aqua Balls will deal damage on visitors only when Nymph snaps. Visitors that are drenched reveals an aura for 30 seconds. So it slows you down, and you also have your aura revealed for a few seconds. But with the Aqua Touch, Snap has to be built first, and then you can use Aqua Touch. So they work together. Then we have HRK, and he still has the same two passive perks as before, but now he has Sonic Wave. And Sonic Waves is stop moving to listen for sounds from visitors. When Sonic Wave hits a visitor, they reveal their aura. The radius of the wave increases over time, so it is stackable. Then, lastly, but surely not least, we have Nilkin, and his new perk is called Wolf Sense. When visitors interact with items or objects within the scene, they leave a scent for 20 seconds. When picked up, Nilkin can see the visitor's trail for up to 3 times. Visitors leave a scent when they interact with objects in the map. So that's his new passive perk. That was the changes for each individual warden, but now we have the changes for all of the wardens collectively. So now there is no movement speed, and they're solely reliant on blood seek now to increase their movement. And this will make starting speed of all wardens the same, but the maximum speed is different. So obviously, roller skate Belle, she's still gonna be fast, and then the slower specters are still gonna be slower, but it does give them a speed boost. So blood seek, they updated how it works. Each warden has varying blood seek gauges, leading to different max speeds for each warden, and it increases the blood seek visibility range, and blood seek now increases at the same rate for every warden. So each one gets blood seek at the same rate, but it just has different effects on them. Now they have a chance to be able to decrease the progress on rituals. I know a lot of people were looking for that one. Candace said that they can destroy it further when visitors are praying at the same ritual. Another big thing is now wardens can jump through holes. So you remember those guide drops we used to have before? Those are gone. Wardens can now jump down there. They can follow you. So it's sort of similar to vaulting. So now they can vault too. And then another change for all of them is they have immunity. So with immunity, now they aren't able to cleanse things anymore with their immunity. So if off hits the warden with a chaplet, they have to go through that period. If Tim hits you with the knife, you have to go through whatever stage it is. So you used to be able to cleanse the hits. So I'm not sure how that's gonna work going forward, but that's gonna be real interesting. And one more thing, they also can see a blood trail now. So I think that's a part of the new design of Blood Seek. They can see like your actual, like it's some really pretty looking spirals that they can track where you're running at because there is no stamina anymore. I'm gonna get to the visitors' new changes next. Okay, so for the visitors, we have a new item called Holy Rice, and it does the same thing that the Holy Water did, where it does 5 damage and it prevents the warden from using their ability for 5 seconds, or for a short duration, I should say. Also, something very notable is that they reduced the steps to putting together the rituals. So it went from 2 steps to making the ritual something that you can pray on, to now it's just 1 step. So it's only one chest to look for. Another thing, the portals. So we're not gonna, as survivors, are not going to get a ping for where the portals are spawning at. It had to be you going to find them. You can't 99 the portals anymore. If you 99 it, it's gonna close. And then if there's one last person left, portals will spawn again, and you'll be able to escape. And something else notable, the wardens can destroy the portals now. And another thing, so now they have a delay in between attacks for survivors, or should I say, visitors. They have a delay in attacks for the visitors. So for the chaplets and the holy ratans, it doesn't say how much the delay is, but there is a delay now. So now we're back to stamina. So for the stamina, obviously there is no stamina bar anymore. And like I was saying earlier, we leave tracks now. Survivors leave tracks, and it's those cute little spirals that you can see on the video. Nipa's skill, her skill before was when they went inspector mode, she could see their aura every 5 seconds for like a couple seconds. Now it's a thing to where I guess she has to activate her ability, and for 3 seconds she can see the warden's aura, and then after that period they'll be able to see her aura. So I guess that's the give and take of that. And then also there is no more fall damage when dropping down on hosts. Now we have some buffs and some nerfs for visitor passive abilities. So for Yuri's flash shutter, it's been reduced from the blind status effect. It's being reduced from 5 seconds to 3 seconds. So Tim's Nonometal knife is going to be reduced. The stun that it causes is going to be reduced from 2 seconds to 1 second. And my boy Ong, I know I'm an Ong main. Shout out to all the Ong mains out there representing. Uh, Now they gave him a boost of 5 damage. So I believe it was already 5, so now it's going to be 10 damage when he's below 50% health. And it has no delay when you hit the wardens at the end of the game. So off has also had a buff. The stun duration now is increased from 0.5 seconds to 1.5 seconds. So we definitely going to see how that is going forward for sure. And then for Don, his stun ability has been reduced from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. So I guess Don was a little OP. They said they had to nerf him a little bit. Now we have system changes. So new features. Each perk is gonna cost you a unit in this bar. It's like a bar. So I believe you only get about 9 units, and each one costs, and you can have up to 3 perks. And each one costs a different amount. So obviously, the more effective the perk is, the more costly it's going to be. And then the less effective the perk is, the less costly it's going to be. Now there's this really cool customization screen where there's like a mirror behind you while you're picking your new outfit or any of your perks. It's really cool to look at. And also, of course, the horror pass. A lot of people have been looking forward to this one. The horror pass is finally here. And now you can collect rewards through leveling up their horror pass with experience or buying levels from the premium horror pass. So there's a free one and then there's a paid one. Obviously, with the paid one, you get more perks and things like that. So like I said, there is a free and a premium, which is the paid one. So everybody starts off at 0 automatically with the free one. And then you get a level boost if you do pay for the premium. So for the horror pass levels for each level unlocked, you'll get a reward for passing the level. You can unlock levels through experience points based on the scores they get after each game, or players can choose to purchase levels. So you can buy it or you can play it. Either way, you still have access to the horror pass. There is a limit, so you can only unlock six levels per week, and that's about 30,000 experience points. And once the limit's been reached, the XP will no longer contribute towards the horror pass progression. If the player does not reach the limit for a given week, the level limit will roll over into the subsequent week. So the next week will go into the next week. And in an example, the first week the player unlocks levels 1 through 4, and the second week the level limit is now 8 levels. So it just keeps going as if it was before. And then once you reach the maximum level in the horror pass, you can no longer accumulate experience points. Purchasing levels does not count towards the weekly level limit, and the horror pass is for a limited time only. So you do have to get right to it if you want to participate and get the fullness of that. Okay, I'm gonna do a part 2 to give you the rest of the information because it is a lot. All right, so be sure to like, subscribe, comment. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how I feel about this information, and I'll see you in part 2.